Welcome back. If you're looking to get up to speed quickly, you're in the right place. We cut through the noise.
Yep, straight to the essentials.
Today our focus is Butwal in Nepal. We've gathered some interesting sources, articles, local apps, city info.
A good mix.
And our mission, as always, is to pull out the key takeaways, give you a solid feel for the place.
Sounds good. And Butwal is definitely worth digging into. It paints a picture of a city really finding its place.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Where exactly is Butwal?
Right. It's in Lumbini province, that's western Nepal. And geographically, it's fascinating, sits right at the northern edge of the Terai Plain.
The flatlands.
Exactly, the flatlands just below the Sawalak Hill. So it's, a kind of transition zone.
And distance-wise, from Kathmandu, say?
About 240 kilometers west of Kathmandu. And importantly, it's only 22 kilometers north of Beharawa, near the Indian border.
Okay, so that location sounds strategic. It's not just a spot on the map, is it?
No, absolutely not. That gateway position is, I think, central to understanding Butwal's story.
And what's the story in terms of, people, population?
Well, the 2021 census put the city itself at 195,054 people.
Okay.
And what's quite interesting is the gender balance, almost 50-50, like 51.2% female, 48.8% male. Pretty close.
That is close.
But the bigger picture is Butwal's role in this wider urban area. It forms an agglomeration with Tilatama and Pirahawa.
Ah, so it's not just Butwal itself.
Right. Together, that whole urban sprawl is home to over 421,000 residents. That points to some serious growth.
Wow. Okay. What's driving that kind of expansion?
A lot comes back to that location. Butwal sits right where two major highways intersect: the Mahendra Highway, running east-west, and the Siddhartha Highway, north-south.
The crossroads effect.
Exactly. It's become this vital trade hub. It effectively connects the hillier regions to the north, places like Argakanchi, Palpa, Golmi, down to the Terai Plains and India.
So goods and people moving through constantly.
Constantly. And that movement fuels commerce, naturally. Then you see related sectors like education and banking also flourishing. It feeds itself.
Right. The infrastructure supports the economy, which pulls in more people.
Precisely. And it's why Butwal is consistently mentioned as one of Nepal's fastest growing cities. The momentum is clear.
You mentioned education in there. Is that a big piece of the puzzle, too?
It really is. Butwal has carved out a reputation as a major educational center for Lumbini province.
More than just a trading post, then.
Oh, much more. It boasts, numerous well-regarded colleges and schools. And importantly, students from Butwal tend to perform very well in national exams.
Consistently.
Yeah, consistently strong results. That's led to it being recognized as one of the most literate cities in Nepal. Right after Kathmandu, actually.
That's impressive. It suggests a real focus beyond just, moving goods around.
It suggests investment in people, in human capital, alongside that economic boom. They seem to go hand in hand there.
Okay, so we have this rapidly growing hub for trade and education. What about its identity, its character? Where does the name come from?
Good question. The name Butwal actually originates from Batali Bazaar. That's the oldest part of the city, the original residential area on the west bank of the Tino River.
Ah, okay. So there's history there, too.
Definitely. And what's interesting is how Butwal seems to blend that cultural heritage with its modern development. You get these amazing panoramic views. You can see both the hills and the plains from the city.
A mix of landscapes.
Yeah, and it adds to the character. Plus, you can't forget its proximity to Lumbini.
The birthplace of Buddha.
Exactly. That connection adds a really deep layer of cultural and historical significance to the entire region, including Butwal. So it's this blend: trade, education, history, culture, nature.
Right. So wrapping it up, we've got Butwal, strategically placed, booming economically, thanks to trade links, a real center for education, but also with deep historical roots and that connection to Lumbini.
That's a great summary. It really captures the key elements from the sources.
It seems like a city juggling a lot.
It does. And that leads to, I think, a really interesting question to ponder, maybe after listening to this. Okay.
How does a place like Butwal, or any rapidly growing city, really balance that intense development, that economic drive, with preserving its unique cultural identity and historical fabric?
That tension between growth and heritage.
Exactly. What gets prioritized? What gets lost? What are the challenges and maybe the innovative solutions when a city becomes such a vital node for trade and learning? It's a dynamic you see playing out in many places, isn't it? Makes you think.